Hey guys, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Jonas and I'm a time-lapse photographer living in Denmark. In this video I'm gonna show you how I made this. So basically, this is shot using still photos and the hyperlapse technique. The main difference between a hyperlapse and a traditional time-lapse is that I will move my camera on my tripod for a longer distance than, say, your regular stationary tripod or a 4 or 5 foot slider would make the camera travel. This behind-the-scenes footage was shot by my collaborator Henrik when I was just starting the hyperlapse move. I set my camera settings to fit the light, and then I start moving the tripod about half a foot for each still frame. The grass field I was moving on was quite bumpy and uneven, so I had to try and level my camera for each shot. When shooting hyperlapse, you need a reference point, and I chose the small tip of the glass building as my reference point, trying to keep that in the same position for each frame. And I used the grid view on the back of the LCD screen for this. I had to make this move about 3 hours long in order to capture the full day-to-night transition, and I also had to adjust my camera settings. That would be the shutter speed and the ISO along the way in order to compensate for the fading light. Alright, that's pretty much the thoughts behind this shot. Now, let's head on into the computer. The first thing I'll do is I'll load all my raw files from my camera into LR Timelapse, and then I'll run the Holy Grail workflow. In this workflow, I'll have to drag my photos into Lightroom to do the color grading. LR Timelapse will then afterwards even out the exposure jumps, and I can check my timelapse using the live preview. I will then head back into Lightroom and load the metadata of the full sequence that LR Timelapse made for me. I'll export the photos as JPEGs or TIFFs, and then let's head over into After Effects. Import the exported files as a photo sequence into After Effects, and then create a new comp. The main thing I will use After Effects for is to stabilize my hyperlapse, which is, as you can see, very shaky without the stabilization. First, I will run the Stabilize Motion on my hyperlapse. Go to the Tracker tab and choose Stabilize Motion and wing the position just below. In the Layer Viewer, I will move my tracking point to the reference point I chose when I shot my hyperlapse, the tip of the glass building. I then push play in the Tracker tab to let After Effects analyze and track the point throughout the sequence. This is called motion tracking, and I used for a lot of work in After Effects. Adjust the tracking point along the way if it misses some frames. Then hit Apply and choose X and Y axes. The tip of the glass building is now tracked and the frame looks much more stable, but it's not quite perfect yet. I will reduce the size of my comp to fit the new frame and get rid of the black bars. Now, nest the comp by dragging the composition into the new comp icon. This will give you a fresh comp with the tracking effect applied. Finally, I will apply Warp Stabilizer and let it get rid of the last few shakes and bumps. If you'd like to, you can do some additional color grading. You'll get a long way with a simple RGB curve and basic color effects. This leaves me with this result, which is much more pleasing to watch than the raw sequence. Now I only have to render out the hyperlapse as a high quality file, which could be like a QuickTime animation or a GoPro Cineform. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Feel free to add comments and questions just below, and make sure to check out the rest of my time-lapse work by checking the links in the description. I'll see you next time.